Hello survivors, hello, welcome to the stream guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're all having a great evening. We are starting a bit later than I would normally, probably about over an hour later honestly, but a bit slow today. Is the way it is. Sometimes it be like that. But thank you very much for tuning in. What did you think of the video that I released earlier? I'm not sure really of the format I did it in. If I do one of those again, I'm not sure how I could improve that in terms of just like showing the characters. I mean, I could deep dive their kits, but I don't want to do that too much. It was mainly just the characters that are getting picked, why I think they're good to be picked, or what they could offer, that sort of thing. I do plan to do a kind of, I did this once before, it's like lockdowns ideas, where I do like a video going over some of these characters that are in the Awakened list and saying what I'd like to see from these characters, you know? What I'd like to see their things change to. And then obviously we'll go over the character when they're first released. And then potentially I could do like a roundup, you know? My idea versus the actual sort of thing. I don't know. I think there's a lot of content potential there, which is good. And hopefully a little bit of fun for you guys. Oh, that's the Jane Paul vid. Okay, my bad. Well, while you're there, just give it a like. Paul vids do pretty bad these days, except Maggie. Maggie did okay. Maggie did okay. I don't think there's much excitement with Paul's, honestly. Not like it used to be, anyway. You're probably going to hear some video. Let's mute it. Stop. What's this an advert for? Oh, you know when you get the fake gameplay in ads and it's like, oh, this looks pretty interesting. It's like, yeah, this isn't anything like this. It's not anything like this. Okay, let me get the proper link. I have to get the shortened version of the link. That's why I have to go onto the video and then onto the studio. I'll remove that for now though. Let's unpin that. Okay, proper link. There you go, proper link. I'll delete the other one. Remove. There we go. It's gone. It's gone. But yeah, Paul videos don't do like spectacular anymore. I think, like I say, there's kind of there's a lack of excitement around Gacha. And considering this is a Gacha game, the Gacha side of things isn't exciting. It just isn't exciting. And I don't think that's an RTS problem. I see it in a lot of games, honestly. And part of it can come down to a multitude of things. I think the animation in RTS is trash, and that's just, it always has been trash. It's not exciting. You know, just the character popping out ain't exciting. You know, there's no build-up. It's just da-da, da-da, da-da. So, like, I think they could potentially introduce an animation, you know? But, this game doesn't have the tiers like other games do when it comes to characters and stuff. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. Because they've got brackets of characters here. You could say the first two is like a gold, so like it could come out and then it just light up and then it changes to gold background and it's like, oh, I got one. You know, sort of thing. And then you've got the next 5 are returning ultras, and that could be like purple. It's like, oh, that's okay. And then the rest are just like blue. Pretty much how 95% of games do it this way, just to build up some like the pull animation in All Stars was actually pretty decent. For instance, it was kind of exciting. Even basically it gave you 2 levels of what did I get, especially in All Stars, because you got the character, like you saw the gate open with the gate light, and then it was like, then you found out what allegiances was, and then it's like, oh, who could it be, sort of thing. Like, that was actually kind of exciting. I got LB3 Maggie in 6 pulls. I thought the game was broken. I've heard a lot of people getting her really early. A lot of people. I've heard some people getting her really early twice. Not looking at anyone in chat in particular. Let's go through who is in chat though. What's up, Valiant? What's up, Bretland, of course? What's up, Keith? Danny? What's up, Cygnus? I wasn't talking about anyone in particular, but what's up, Cygnus? What's up, Weird Girl? Welcome to the stream. And we also have Gaussman as well. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day, guys. The roadmaps are ongoing, but they haven't got much time left. Pretty much all of them have like 3 hours left on the key ones. Basically, these 4 over here. Let's get this off the stream. Get out of here. Okay, these 4 roadmaps right here. Riot Challenge, Joshua's Meat Cleaver roadmap, bonus Ultra roadmaps, and Awakened Negan roadmap are all going to end in 3.5 hours. Riot Challenge leads into Joshua roadmap, I believe. Like, you need the energy from that for this. I'm not sure. I did get asked, does this energy get used anywhere else? Now, I know that it hasn't been announced that it does, but it doesn't mean it doesn't. They could potentially let the energy roll over. It's not impossible. You're not going to have that much energy to roll over. I wouldn't just farm these roadmaps. Even if you don't get another potential to use these, what you're going to get out of farming these is basically 0. But the potential of getting a little bit more energy for a rollover could be actually pretty decent in terms of like maybe difficult roadmaps for you. Personally, I'm not going to use any of that energy. The Awakened Negan stuff, definitely don't farm, because this stuff definitely rolls over, and there are 4 of these roadmaps. I'm going to be completing this one today. We're going to get the last of the Awakened tokens for myself. I have been rolling out with this team right here. I think I'm just about a third of the way to Awakened Negan. I think I'm at like 3.5k. I did actually finish the mission, so I might be slightly higher. I'm not sure. I might be slightly higher. Who could that be? Yeah. No luck on Maggie for me, unfortunately. 3 Valentine's Davies. I mean, that's not terrible, but I mean, did you have Davy already? If you didn't, that's actually not too bad. But obviously not exactly who you're going for, so yeah. Not exactly what you're looking for. Except in All Stars, when you did the Headhunter thing, that was oh yeah, Headhunter was absolutely disappointing. I was like so disappointed with the Headhunter animation. They could have done some, like, because it's like you're calling another camp and seeing who responds. They could have done like some animation to like see who's on the other end of, I don't know. They could have done something, but that seemed to come afterwards, right? And I think that can come down to dev time in games, where before the game comes out, there's a lot more dev time that's been happily thrown at a game. So animations in things is important. But then the game came out and they were like, oh, we need to have this other pull system come in because people are complaining about not being able to go for a specific pull. Sure, we'll make it more expensive. And honestly, Headhunt is good for whales, but they didn't invest any time and effort into the animation at all. Like, very, very small amount. Very small. Keep heart sunglasses for heart sunglasses gate coming as the artist. Exactly. I can't tear her up on the other though. The silver struggle is real on there. Yeah, I'm guessing silver struggle for like newer players, and yeah, newer players is gonna be tough. I think you've got to pretty much just level up to 6 stars. You can get points and level up for leveling up 6 stars. Just get silvers that way. It's tough, but isn't 6 stars a 6-star plus? Is it 2 or 3 to get a mythic? I can't remember. I don't think it's a crazy amount of 6 stars you need with the leveled up one, right? What's up, Logan? Welcome to the stream. Who would you like to see awakened in the future? I mean, I like some of the ones that are in the actual little awakened list that I brought out earlier. I like Cal. I like Cal a lot, and the potential for Cal could be massive for free to play. Honestly, the fact that he does control, his nice levels of control is pretty good. So I think Cal's good. I also think Glenn could be pretty decent. It really depends what they do with that leader skill, because it wasn't great. So if they try and make it good, you know, it could be interesting. We'll kind of have to see there. But yeah, I like the potential of some of those characters. But otherwise, I'd like to see Mercer, the defense green. I think he was kind of... He never got his shot. Like, he had his shot right at the beginning of the era. But he was so hard to get. By the time people got him, he wasn't as great, you know? Basically, characters like that. Characters that didn't have their time in the sun. Like, for instance, Sandy. As much as I love Sandy, I prefer to see a new Sandy than have that old Sandy have like a kind of comeback. Just because Sandy had her time. That Sandy had her time. I think it was legit. She was probably the meta character for a while. What just happened? Okay, yeah, that happened. She was probably the meta character for a while. So I think it's a bit more legit if characters that didn't get a chance basically come back. Like Lee's a great pick because he didn't really like he was dead on arrival almost. He just didn't he didn't click with the rest of the Telltale team, which is a shame because commands with Kenny would have just been like an obvious, but it just didn't happen. OG Yellow Carl needs more awakening. I mean, I get more like a redo, and I think that could be the problem. I don't think that the awakenings are like ever gonna be like that. I don't think they're ever gonna go like, oh, here's, you know, Carl. He's nothing like he was before. Awakenings, I think, are literally just like up arrows on their current abilities. So like, you know, 400% to 600%. You know, 1 turn to 2 turn, 2 turn initial cooldown down to 1 turn. You know, a lot of what happened with Negan, you're probably going to see on every single other one. I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy. I should have done that first, right? But yeah, a lot of what happened to Negan. So like, if we look at some of those kits, it's actually kind of interesting. Like Cal brings Decap to the table to a certain extent. He also brings stun control. He brings guardian shields. They could definitely change up some things. I personally don't like some of his kit, like the one where it's like he has to die for certain things to happen. We'll see if some of that gets changed, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Did she just cleanse? How does she just cleanse? She's got her own pistol. Yeah, she's got her own pistol. She's cheating. She's cheating. I could auto this. I could auto this. Could make the AP gain for Glenn better. Yeah. What is it? 20 right now. What would be too high? I think if they made it 30, that would be pretty high. You can get people get 35 AP. Yeah. See, she'd need an 8% weapon, but Glenn could hold one. Glenn could hold an 8% weapon, and he has attached weapons. I personally, let's look at it a little bit. I'm a little bit excited about the potential just on all these characters have attached weapons. And they showed it off with, like, I'll go on to Negan. They showed it off with Negan, right? That they're happy to give them a nice weapon. You know, that weapon is pretty nice. I wouldn't say it's top tier, especially not for a leader. Unfortunately, Magnified Strikes isn't that great for a leader. Obviously, I think the improved 1535 would have been amazing here. That would have been like that would have been a top tier weapon, honestly. But it is what it is. I think if you just put 1535 in that and make it 50% attack, that's pretty decent. He has a 50% chance to stun rather than a 35. And I don't think there's too many good stun on attack weapons other than the Louisville bat, right? That's pretty much it. Let me just check. We'll go in here. I think it's the Louisville bat, which I haven't actually used much recently. Oh, it's actually not in my roster. What? Is it just all the way down here? Yeah. Okay. So it does have the improved healing stun. So I think this is like the only weapon that has like the improved version of stun on attack on it. They could have potentially given this to Negan, you know. But it's what it is. I think the weapon they gave him is like second best. I think it's identical to isn't it Titan's weapon? Is Titan in the tower? Yeah. So Titan's like the third slot. I'm pretty sure that is what Negan just got. 50% chance to stun for 1 turn. But yeah, the other characters. So we look at Gov. Where is he? No, wrong Gov. Thank goodness it wasn't that gov, guys. Thank goodness. Not much you could do with that one. Like that weapon is so bad for this gov. It's crazy. Stronger, you know, when attacking a bit. No. This is not a good weapon. So they could potentially make this really good. I don't mind it being 4-star as well. I don't know about you guys. If they bring out a 4-star weapon where I have to upgrade it, I don't mind so much. But they could potentially make this really good. You know, HP defense. Maybe a cleanse in the last slot. You know, there's improved cleanses out there. I mean, I'm thinking way big here. Stun on defense. You know. And then we've got, who else do we have? Cal. Should be around here. He was an event character. And again, he's got an attached weapon. Again, not a fantastic one. Not an amazing one. They could definitely do something where he does control on his attacks, for instance. He could have potentially, I don't know, a chance to impair when he attacks because he has a guaranteed crit. So maybe like he could have something that gets a bonus when he crits on the actual weapon. So it can not work against tanks. So there is a bit of a downside potential, but that would be kind of cool. Doesn't have to be all out attacking. Maybe the last slot could be like, it, you know, it could be even like a alert attacks weapon. You know, attached alert attacks weapon. I mean, I know we've got one in the game, so maybe that's not as good, but you know, that's what I kind of like. That's what I kind of like the idea of. I want to see Connor get woken up. Connor, yeah. Also Lee. I did just see him. There we go. Lee. Attached weapon. He did actually have a pretty decent weapon. Telltale Allegiance at the start of each wave and turn. All Telltale Allegiance teammates get 100% heal reduction resistance for one turn. That's not too bad. If this guy gets made into a defense team character, I'd maybe bump the HP and defense up by 5% each. Or maybe like 5% HP and 10% defense. Like the weapon itself is actually not too bad for a defense team. If he got rebalanced into being more of a defense team character, because you can see his attack's actually his joint highest stat, so it's not like amazing. He could work on the Clem teams, buff Telltale characters. I can't really remember what he does in his kit for Telltale. At the start of each wave, all Telltale Allegiance teammates get 100% burn resistance for the first 3 turns of combat. That is actually pretty big for a Telltale team. That is actually pretty big. Maybe that could be changed though. Like, I'm basically going to like what these things could be changed. So it could be like at the start of each turn, 2 teammates and all Telltale teammates get 100% burn resistance. So he still gives burn resistance to like 2 characters or something like that aren't Telltale. Or the other way around. All Telltale Allegiance teammates and 2 other teammates get resistance for the first 2 to 3 turns of combat. Or like maybe make it like Telltale get it for a certain amount of turns and then the other teammates get it for less. And what was the other characters? Maggie. I think she had a good attached weapon, right? She's actually pretty recent. Look, she came out just before like Advanced and Ultra started kicking off properly. But she came out before the first Advanced or Ultra alert character. And her weapon was pretty good. Again, I'd probably bump up the HP and defense just by 5%. Keep it simple. But yeah, she had a pretty nice weapon. And then what else? Glenn. Glenn is the interesting one, honestly. He's the one that... He's probably off base the weakest in terms of usability. Especially like things like his leader skill. All teammates get 20% HP. All teammates get 65 crit for the first 3 turns of combat. It seemed like... I don't know what he seemed like, honestly. I don't know what it seemed like. Yeah, I'm not sure. What's up, Margot? Welcome to the stream. How many total Woken tunes do you see Scope doing? From what I understand, that this is part of the normal release now for them. There'll just be a couple every month. I'm sure there's gonna be a test period to see how it goes and what the reception of it is from, you know, players. But I think so far most people have been pretty receptive to this. I think it also has made Scopely some money, because obviously people will spend to get the character as early as possible when they're a whale, which is great. I think that is the best type of spending they can introduce into a game, is spending to get things quicker, not spending to get things that other people can't get. That part that I just said, the can't get bit, is the bit that breaks games. The spending to get things quicker doesn't break games. It just means you've got something earlier, it means you've got something that's more usable quicker, and you're gonna utilize that for the longest period while it's, you know, the most usable. I think that's legit as hell. It doesn't break the game. It makes money for the game. It's effectively free money for the game. And generally people who spend to get things early are generally happy with doing that, because they, you know, it's a choice. They know they're going to get it eventually. They're choosing to spend to get early. That's it. His weapon was trash too. What they could do with his weapon, I don't know. Maybe some AP down even on the weapon. He could have that pretty nice AP down that's on the... what's the other one? The one in the... Oh no, I can't click it in here. I have to go to it on my roster. You know, the really nice alert attack weapon? I think it's got like... Yeah, AP down on crit. He could have something like this. Maybe not this crazy, because this would be crazy. But he could have something like this, where he just does AP down when he hits crits. But I mean, would it undermine the rest of his kit if he had this weapon? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm not happy with the current events, like the $200 weapon stuff. The $200 weapon stuff, what you've got to realize, is there one going on right now? I don't think there is, right? The $200 weapon stuff is what makes Scopely a lot of money. And a lot of the time, the weapon is decent. I wouldn't necessarily say the weapon's like game breaking. It would be nice to have that weapon as someone who's not going to spend $200 on it. But that will make them quite a lot of money, because whales know the power of weapons, and they know that long-term weapons are very important. If anything, weapons are the most important thing in the game. Characters are needed, but the difference between me getting a character and a proper massive whale getting a character is they have better weapons than me, because they bought the weapons that cost $200. All right, so they'll get the extra 5% out of all of their defense team. They'll get the extra 5% out of all of their attack team. And this will make them attack faster and defend more often. This is pretty much the difference between a whale and someone who's a casual spender and free-to-play. This is pretty much the tiers, how it works. So like a casual free-to-play will get like 1 or 2 advanced characters. They'll get the boost from the characters themselves. They'll get the event weapons. They'll get small boosts from those. But that's kind of even boosts. You're going to get the same as every other free-to-play, generally speaking. Then you'll have your low-tier spenders who'll get more characters, generally speaking. Just more characters. Then your high-end spenders will get weapons on top, so that will make them more powerful. And that's pretty much the difference a lot of the time. That's pretty much the difference. And mods, you know. I think the mods are probably getting a bit more even now, so... I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be a new mod come along at some point. I'd be surprised if there wasn't, but... You know. We talked about it in the previous stream. What was it? What was it? Was it Onyx mod or something like that? I can't remember what we came out with. One that just sounded kind of cool. I mean, Diamond seems obvious, but I mean, I guess that's actually what Paragon should have been. Platinum, Diamond, but it is what it is. So all the first generation mythics get awoken. I've been away from a little while. There's no like guarantee that any character is gonna get put into awakening. Scopely will just pick and choose characters as it goes. I have seen a theme though, so you might see a lot of the characters from the progression missions in there, and I think that's kind of cool from Scopely to do that, because what they can do later on is potentially put a new progression mission in that gets people, let's say, a choice box for tokens to awaken one of those characters that they've received. I think they're kind of underutilizing the progression mission element, because when it originally came out, I did ask someone from Scopely, is this possible to be utilized again in the future? So there could be a new progression mission that gets added, where maybe you have to finish the first one to do the second one, and they said definitely. That is something that we kind of have set it up to be able to have more than one progression mission. And the progression mission I'm talking about is the one you probably already completed, which is this one here, right? Where you have to complete all missions, you know, chapters. It was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. They could easily do like an 8-chapter progression mission, and they could add one every like 3 months. So that and what's good about the progression missions is this is the most balanced delivery of content in my opinion. Because let's say me and you, we're playing the game actively right now. We get this done in the next 4 weeks, like a new progression mission, but it's always there. A new player joins, it's there for them. Whereas when we're doing these roadmaps for characters, we get this done in the next week or whatever it is, but it's gone. So like I think having some sort of decent like power within progression is really nice, honestly. It's really, really nice. So like they could put like a, I don't know, maybe a, this is more of an attack team, this one up the top. New players definitely need defense teams. They could do more of a defense team progression mission, and they could also make it run side by side. They don't necessarily have to have it so you complete one to do the other. They can make it run side by side. And now that they've got the pull one, it does make it much nicer. So like when it had a, was it one of these? It was like use 10,000 gold mythic tokens. That was terrible when we had to do it before because you had to do a 10 pull to get that done. Whereas now we can do a 1 pull. So like it's much nicer in terms of how it's built. So I'm hoping that they do some more progression missions. There's a lot that they haven't done in a while, and I have brought it up to Scopely a little bit. You know, they haven't done stashes for a while, and stashes are a little bit different. You know, I would like to see like an advanced token stash, where you use advanced tokens on a stash to get, you know, a new character that gets released. I think that would be legit, and they could make it like less pulls required overall. You know, but you have to clear the stash to get it done. So for instance, they could do 20 pulls, but you can't get a ×5. 4 characters are in the pulls, and one character is when you get completed. And then all the other items could be like medals and stuff to get that character tiered up. So it costs you maybe more overall, but you know you're guaranteed to get in 20 pulls when honestly the advanced wall is not very good. The average is 24, so you're getting it slightly above the average. And you're also getting things to actually tear up that character. You're not getting like air quotes trash. You maybe can get like one choice box in there for like a random other advanced character or something. Hey, what's up, Daylight? Welcome to the stream. I kind of want to see them do something with the prestige mods. There's only 1 or 2 of them. Maybe add them to the prestige wheel. Prestige is for people who have just got to a high level of prestige, pretty much. They are slightly more powerful than Paragon, I think. But I don't think they're like too spectacular. They're kind of like off trait a bit. So it's like hasn't it got like attack on HP or something like that? It's kind of weird. Or is it a defense on HP or something? Maybe have progression missions based around Mythic Trials. If you do in like the first month, you get one first edition maybe. I mean, the only issue with that is that's a limited time progression mission. Progression missions, I think, are good if they just stay in the game for a very long time. Like the current one's just been in the game. It's still useful for new people who come into the game. And it's still something to work on. I think it's good. I think it's good. I put Ransack on Titan's weapon. It has stun and attack. Yeah. I use a ransack weapon on Titan when I use him. He's pretty good. Have anniversary Maggie to LB2. Is she worth the extra 6 pulls or less to get LB3? I think, I can't remember. She gets, I think she gets a cooldown. If her signature move gets a cooldown to 1 turn, then yeah, for sure. But okay, she actually gets her sig, so it only improves her rush. I don't think the stun is that important, honestly. It's nice, it is nice, but because it's based on their HP, it's not super important. But you do get the second half. You do get the second half of this boost. So she'll start off with 40% attack at the beginning. Basically, you're increasing her stats by getting one more character by quite a significant amount, right? Quite a significant amount. So imagine she's got 100k base. She goes into a fight, she'll be 110k for you. But she'll be 140k for me because I've got 40% buff and you've got a 10% buff. The next turn, she'll be, you know, closer to around about 135k for you. Whereas to me, she's at like 165k. So like, you're always going to be slightly behind. You're always going to be slightly behind on that. If you've got the pulls, I would just get her to LB3, honestly. She's really good. She's really good. But I will say this about this character. And it's kind of a word of warning when it comes to how the characters work. You could potentially utilize this character and never see a payback that much. Because I talked about this before. When it came to Axel in the S-Class era, when Axel got released, people used Jackie less, right? So like it was a trickle down. It was good for free to play because people used Jackie less. So even if they didn't have Axel, they didn't have to face Jackie as often. But when you've got the character to utilize against Jackie, I guess you would be a little bit disappointed that you haven't got as many enemies that are utilizing Jackie lead. I think that could potentially become a thing. Like, people will just not put paybacks in defense teams, so her usability will not be as important, if you understand what I'm saying. Her existence will be, but her usability of her will maybe not be. In terms of her leader skill. I think the rest of her kit's fine though. So you can't really build like that full nuke team and think you're just going to roll over teams, because some of them just won't have payback, honestly. So you got to be careful. I've got to level her up. Next level up tournament. Also waiting for these missions to reset for Negan, because I have to do like another 100 upgrades, and that's going to be hard, to be honest. Maggie seems to do her best with Glenn. Oh yeah, definitely. She gets another buff with Glenn. And what's it? We're at least 2 weeks away from getting Glenn, like, to a good standards. I think we can get like 1 copy right now, right? Maybe 2. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. Man, I was doing some raids because of the raid tournament, right? And I will say that, is it me or is Kyle kind of messed up? K-Y-L-E, Kyle, that character. Like, there were hills happening for no reason. Like, he had like 10,000 HP left, and I'll hit him for 40k, but he'd heal before I hit him, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? like as it's my turn, nothing's happening, and then I attack him and then he heals, and I'm just like, what? I'm not impairing him, you know, I'm not doing anything. I looked at his kit, and it says, I think it says like, if he gets impaired or someone else gets impaired, like the heals, but I'm not impairing him, so I don't understand it. Why can't I see my team stats, like attack, damage, ECC? You need to turn it on, yeah. There are 2 places you turn it on: in your roster and in your lineups. I'll show you on the screen in a second, GK, in 1 second. I have Glenn to grade 5. Okay. We've got a whale in the chat. We've got a whale in the chat. What's up, Techno? Try and speak English in chat, please. I do appreciate it. Some people have more. I have 2. I think I can potentially get 2. Kyle's kit has an impair random enemy when attacked and heal when enemy gets impaired. Yeah, like, but the heal's coming in before he gets attacked, you know? That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's odd. Some odd stuff is happening. And also teammates are getting held. Teammates are getting held. Totally, a whale that doesn't spend. That's the worst kind of whale, honestly. Absolute worst kind. I think this battle pass ends soon, doesn't it, guys? Doesn't it end in like 24 hours? I am genuinely tempted. Genuinely. But I think I might have to give it a skip. That's the way it goes. The weapon looks nice. It will never... Well, I can't say never because we just had a Battle Pass weapon come back in this event, but very unlikely to come back anytime soon. But then they could potentially have changed their idea of how they do this stuff. Because they did bring back Eric's Battle Pass weapon. So, yeah. I made some raids with Maggie. I think she's okay. Trader is better leader if you ask me. You can just use Trader in a Maggie team. Trader gets 95% of what he brings to the table, even when he's not a leader. Whereas Maggie doesn't. So you could just use Trader in a Maggie. Like I say, I don't think that's a bad idea. He has nice control. You can get some nice takedowns on turn 1. Because the stun of Maggie's comes in first. So yeah, you go to the search up here and you can see show fighter stats. I like to turn it off in the roster because I think it just takes up too much space when I'm in the roster. So I turn it off in the roster. And then when you go into view teams, you go up to the same place. Show fighter stats. I like it here because I like to see what my changes are doing. Because, you know, this is where I'm building the team. So, different idea. You know, that's how I do it. Yes, daylight. That's true. Sky is blue. Water is wet. But that's how I do it. No worries, all good. That's how I personally do it. Do you guys have stats turned on in your roster? Does anyone have stats turned on in the roster? Just when they're going through their roster like this? Because if you do, I don't know, man. I don't know. Something wrong with you. Something wrong. No, I'm messing. Maybe. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I have stats turned on in roster. You're one of the weird ones, you are. I would like to say, at the moment, I have a bit of buyer's remorse for Maggie as have not figured the best way to use her. No guy. Do a guide, please. What you mean in a team? I think you could probably get away with using her without a command. But if you want to obviously speed things up a little bit, commands. I think Maggie plus Trader plus 2 heavy damages. I mean absolute nukes. Remember, they can just take out these characters that are paybacks and stuff without any problems. Raven, you know, Sophia, Heng Yan. I mean, Heng Yan's maybe a little bit too risky because the only risk you've got of using Maggie lead and 2 heavy nukes is the fact that you can't control payback outlast. That's it. But if you've got Trader and you've got Raven, you just make sure you nuke a line with Raven first. Trader will get his rush, and then you can, you know, control the other characters that you need to. Just get rid of your normalize for now, at least. Get rid of your normalize. I was thinking 2 strong tunes with Shane's bats either side. Well, you're just gonna massively buff, massively buff her. I wouldn't necessarily say she is that amazing as a damage dealer. She's okay, but I'd sooner get 2 other damage dealers in that are like built for damage. Yeah. I mean, like, you could rush with her turn 1. I personally, I'm not going to use a rampage weapon on her. I'm going to use a 1535. We're going to finish this roadmap, guys. These road maps, I'll be honest, this week have been a proper grind. A proper grind. I don't think I'm the only one who thinks so. Absolute grind fest. Crazy. Crazy. I didn't miss anything, fortunately, but it's been pretty brutal. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm being completely honest. Brutal. Okay, what's she gonna cleanse? She didn't cleanse anything. She didn't cleanse anything. She's gonna get stunned as well. Both dead unless she cleansed the infection. She didn't. Dead. TWD. Someone said Stripes is good to team with her. I mean, yeah, AoE nuke could work. You know who could work? I think this character I kind of wrote off as being a bit risky. I haven't got him to LB3, but this character could be useful. I think he's pretty heavy nuke. Also gives nice protection with the Guardian shields. Yeah, he can be pretty decent. Also, you could put Rosita in there as well. 0 risk for heal reduction. I'd only use one character like that, like utility. And then the rest I just build for damage or like amplification. I definitely would put Trader in a team with her though. Unfortunately, there are no other good support characters. I'm not using that team. So like, someone actually said on one of my videos, guys, about Maggie, that she's not useful. Because payback is not an issue. It's like, bruh, payback's everywhere. It's constantly an issue. You're constantly just building against it. Like, it's everywhere. What are you talking about? Payback's not an issue. Like, you might have figured out how to deal with it, but you're still using 2 or 3 characters to do that, whereas Maggie's just one, you know? Maggie's just one, and she's honestly in one of the better slots to do it. She's a leader. So it's kind of cool. We'll just give her a 15. We won't give her that one. We'll just give her a normal one. Okay. Now she's got 73 attack, and I haven't leveled her up. Put her up or put mods on her, and now look at the attack of Trader right now. 71k. That's kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. I don't think I've done her passives yet. No. Nope. So if I did this one, I got tons of crates. I open these like 100 at a time. You just go through Ulysses and Lilith. It's so crazy quick. Might give Duck another shot. Hey, yeah. Duck is literally like a payback team's dream. It's like, yo, Duck's on the attack team. This is great. But with Maggie, not so much. With Maggie, not so much. Did it upgrade it? It did not. Okay, so we can max this. Give her the extra 15% base attack. Where's the other one? Let's start of each wave. Oh, is that the cheapest one? Man, Partner Palette is one of the better ones that she's got. It's the actually cheapest one to upgrade. Like, it's the first one you can get. That's actually kind of cool. So now her attack goes up to 84k. And like I say, unleveled. Kind of crazy. And I could boost it again if I had Glenn. And Glenn just needs to be in the team. Glenn doesn't have to have anything special upgraded. I like to have my control characters on the right hand side. I don't know why. I think it's because it's just easier to see my damage dealers when they're down the bottom. That's what I'm going to say anyway. So we'll have Trader. And I can have... who's the best alert damage dealer, guys? Like, if I was to, except Kenny, because Kenny is a little bit. I'm just wondering what you guys, who you've got in mind. If you were like, yeah, alert damage dealer. I don't think there is really one, is there? Well, none that really properly like come to mind, you know. Kenny. Yeah, I mean, not really any top tier alert damage dealers at the moment. Carol. Carol? Nah, you know. Argus. I mean, Argus could potentially be used actually. It's a bit of a bit more contentious pick, but what was he? Was he not support? Was he a control? Or is he just not tiered up for me very much? I might not have put too much XP into him. Argus. Let's read his kit again. Yeah, I mean, he could definitely be used off of turn 1 for a quick nuke. He definitely could. There's 0 risk as well. 0 risk. And I still like Raven. Where's Raven? I think Raven's legit. But you could also use someone like that. Now I know it's like, but why would you need to use Georgia if you've got Maggie? The thing I hated about Georgia was the fact that it wasn't always going to normalize somebody. But now it doesn't matter if she does or she doesn't. She's got good damage. She actually has pretty good damage. So Georgia might have a bit of usability. She can also normalize characters that are Outlast. You know? Maggie, Glenn, Crag, Lady Z, and Warvet Richards. Not a good team, but the stats are amazing. We did actually do this once upon a time on my stream. We tried to get crazy stats. I had like 250k damage on like Erica or something. It was just nuts. Dark is an alert damage dealer, correct. Correct. But we'll use Raven because she's a little bit more obvious. Now I could use a rampage weapon. I think I built a special rampage weapon for her. Well, it wasn't actually specifically for her. It's not as good as I thought it was. If that third slot was extra damage against enemies based on the HP, it would be so good for Raven. But the bonus AP isn't actually that good. So we'll probably just use the damage versus stun enemies still. So she'll still nuke. He needs... We'll just give him that big attack weapon, I think. What was his base weapon? Deadly Heal. When attacked by an enemy with a taunt status effect, this higher heals. Give him a 20% attack AoE. Like, she's got 100k attack right now, unleveled, no mods. She's got the same damage. She's got more damage than Raven. I know she's the leader, so she's getting more 1535s. So yeah. I don't think this dude's fully modded. I don't think I have anything too spectacular in here. We'll just give him something like this. We'll mod her. We'll just go for pretty much all that attack. I'll come back with mods later. We'll probably just use the ones I've got available. And we'll probably go for taunt resistance. Wait, what's the one that is the new one? Damage roll characters get dazed. Is that it? I don't think this will do good against Clementine teams, honestly. The stats are too mad. I've actually got some days that I haven't seen before. Let's apply these because I may want to upgrade these. It starts. Oh, you can't. Oh, okay, no mind. But yeah, I know it starts to cry. 11%. We haven't upgraded mods for a little while, so maybe we get some 15. It's like, oh, you haven't been around for some time. It's gonna bait me, and then the last upgrade is gonna be a 3%. Yo, I'll take it. I will take it. I was complaining, but I'm sorry. Earl just didn't know what was going on. He didn't realize it was going down. Probably use the crit multiplier in here. I've got a few that I can upgrade here. We'll see if we can get lucky. Okay, I mean, unless I get double-digit percentage here, I'm gonna change to one of the other ones. Just Q's. Okay. Okay, give me a big one, 10% plus. Get me into 50% plus, it'll be nice. I mean, I think I'll get there. If I get a 3% here, I'm not 50% plus. The game can hear me. He's picking up my mic. I was like, what does he want? He's busting down the door right now. Let me get onto this mod. He's upgraded with it. He was asleep. I've awoken. Oh, this is not the kind of awakening that I was after. Quick, build the mods. Oh my god, it's big. It's actually pretty decent. 60% off a base. A base plat is actually not bad, all things considered. I'll take that. I will take that. Al did not get in. Okay, there we go. Double max. Double max. I don't normally use crit multiplier on the leaders here. I did replace her weapon, right? Yeah. But I am here. I am here. Okay, let's test this out. She is not upgraded. I just did one of her passives just because, you know. Okay, let's find a payback team. Where is she? Here she is. I've already got a team to do with Davey. This is not that team. I mean, we can test out against the tanky team. Okay. So what does his thing do? Is it taunt 5 enemies? Taunt enemy for 2 turns. Taunt 3 other medic enemies. Oh, that's actually pretty sick. So I can taunt 3 enemies right now. Seek. And then I could command him to just nuke turn 1, right? And he'll do a nuke. Payback will come back in. But then it'll also do the bleeds. You know? Which isn't terrible. And then we can try and take out this character who can do the randoms. I mean, she's not doing much damage right now. You know, but it should get better. I can't remember what her rush does. Yeah, she's not doing much damage at all right now. She is not doing much damage at all. We should have him bleed out. And then yeah, we need that extra something from Maggie, so obviously when she's leveled up it'll be a bit better. But it's very important to get rid of those paybacks off of turn 1. I think Argus just might not be it. Unless I can amplify his damage. He needs to be able to nuke really hard. Yeah, no worries, Daylight. I'm just gonna get some free AP, free raid points. Look at the difference in their damage. 700k. What? Wait, what? Why was that only 200k? 700k versus 2 million. Why was that only 200k? She got like a graze mod or something. No, why was that only 200k? What is going on there? Why is the difference in damage 10 times? That don't make no sense. I know it's an alert character. And I think I've got attack versus alert, but surely 10 times more damage? They're both crits. I don't know, that's kind of odd. That's kind of odd. I don't think this is a team for... see, this is where you could still cheese this, I think, and put like your paybacks behind... put your paybacks behind Alpha, and also put your paybacks in teams with characters that have weapons that have Halo, right? So you could use like Andre and PK in a team, on an Alpha team with Circuit in it, and maybe get away with it. You need some sort of control in that team though on the defense. Who would that last character be? I don't know. Someone who would just randomly control people. I think Princess should stack it too high then, but yeah. I mean, you could put Princess in that team and not put PK and Andre, but yeah. Give me a Rick Def. Rick. I want to see Rick. Let's swap out him as well. Let's go for someone else. Should we go for Sophia? Or should we go for someone else who's maybe go for this guy who I don't really use that much because of payback. So maybe he is going to get a buff, but he does massively debuff my Raven, but it is what it is. Yeah, no worries, Bretland's all good. Sleep well, man. I did start my stream late, it's my own fault. It's my own fault. Night, and hit the like button. We've had quite a lot of likes today, so I do appreciate that, guys. I do appreciate the people who just pop into stream and hit the like button, or hit the like button after my video goes out and stuff like that. It's nice. We've had some pretty good likes on some recent videos, which is nice. Okay, we've got the payback. We've also got absolute defense, right? Yeah. We've got absolute defense. Oh, I stunned her, and she did actually pretty decent damage. It wasn't too bad. Oh, they cleansed me. Did you see that? Who did that? Was that him? You see, I only have I don't have it on. Huh. Huh. Who cleansed me? Was it her? I'm kind of baffled, actually. I'm not sure who did that. Man, hit a crit, please. So that's what you got to do. You've got to get rid of the like proper problematic character in the first turn. The payback. You've got to utilize that leader skill. I'm still baffled a little bit on who actually cleansed me. Maybe it was Jesus. Maybe it was like upon Jesus dying, he did some things. Absolutely defended. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, I can't use this guy against non-alerts. He just doesn't do the damage. Look how slow this is. We're not even going to win. That's how slow it is. You were defeated. I see a halo there. But then if I just slip... This is the team I actually talked about on my previous stream. It was just going to be rotated where I don't have normalize. And I just use my normal team, air quotes. The good thing about this is I can set up Sophia on a payback, whereas I couldn't do that before. Like, I come up against a team like this, I'd have to set up Sophia on like Rick, whereas now I can set up Sophia on Peacekeeper. You know? So I think that's pretty good. Yeah. This is the team. This team is done so well for me. Like in the different like setup, I can't really go away from it. I can't really. It's such a good team. Now, when she's fully leveled up, it's gonna be much better. We have got a raid tournament going on right now, right? Yeah. Yeah. We completed that little thing. What are these called again? Party horns. Is that what they're called? Aren't they exactly the same thing as this? Party blowers. They're exactly the same thing, just a different type. I think so. Okay, we've got this room up to do. How are we doing with the romance, guys? Are you finding it a bit overwhelming? You keeping up with things? I know there was a crate in there to get ultra characters, which was pretty nice. I managed to. I did still pick those up, but those are gonna be gill bits for me. Which is not amazing. But kind of is what it is. Kind of is what it is. Still undecided on whether to do Rosie, LB3 or Alpha. I think, personally, Rosie is generally the better character out of all three of them. Because you've got Trader who can do Shane's job. You most likely have defense leaders who can do Alpha's job. Sure, they're not going to do it the same way, but they're doing it. Whereas you probably don't have characters that can do what can do Rosie's job, especially the improved Rosie. The fact that she human shields straight away and stuns someone when the fight starts is nuts. In the right team, that is going to be some very heavy early control. Are we getting another Awakened map for the Negan coins? We're getting 4 in total. We're getting 4 in total. We're also getting 4 of the missions in total. The grand total of the Negan tokens that you can get, I believe, is 16,000. So you should have 4K right now. I think you can get 4K per week. So Negan you can pick up for 10k and then go into the store and buy whatever you want in the store with the rest. Or you can just go all out in the store and not bother with Negan if you don't think Negan's good for you. Or if you, for whatever reason, prefer the non-awakened version of Negan. I don't think many people would prefer the non-awakened version of Negan, just they may not want to... They may want to get other things instead of Negan. I can understand that part. Now I'm kind of interested to see where they're gonna actually bring out those tokens in the future, because they have said that the characters are still gonna be available. Negan is in the Awakened thing for like 2 years, so it's not like they planned it for like a 2-week event. I wonder what they're gonna do there. I wonder. I'd like them to see like maybe a crate where you can pick certain tokens of current or older Awakened characters. Maybe added to like the Faction Assault store. It wouldn't have to be too many. Maybe you could get like 500 a month. So it'd be slow going. And obviously once there's 4 or 5 characters in there, it isn't going to be as crazy, but it's going to be good to focus on one character. They could also add one in the Challenge Run store. Again, like they should just add things in a lot of the stores that exist to make it so that you get slowly get some. So if you missed, I don't know what they could do in terms of what else you could use those tokens on, but maybe they're useless unless you haven't got the character. But it's good for people who missed out, because like after this event ends, issue is, as much as people who are new can get the character from the progression mission, how do they get those tokens? How do they get those tokens? Yeah, boost engagement in other parts of the game. Pretty much. As long as the value is good, I think they honestly should make it very cheap. Really cheap to get. Rather than expensive. And just see it as a bonus. And just utilize the fact that those areas have got cooldowns on their store. Like quite heavy cooldowns too. They could also even maybe add it to the Mythic Market. you know? Because that's got like a 60-day cooldown. Maybe in the bit shop. They only have to add small parts. So like all of these stores could have like 500 each. And they will have like 30 to 60-day cooldowns. So, you know. If you don't mind me asking, how do you have your Raven built? Mods-wise? Full crit or attack? Full crit. Full crit. I actually do plan to do a Raven guide. And I'm doing air quotes when I say this soon. I've been planning to do one for a while. But I just haven't really got around to it. I know a lot of people like Raven. And I think she's really good. Any news on the Mythic Market refresh? Nothing yet. How close are we? We're like is it soon? I think a lot of people are predicting a new release character coming out in that. Now, I will say, this is one thing I will say. Scope Game never said that they have a specific cadence to these characters in there. We've just assumed because that's how it's gone. Like one has it, one doesn't. One has it, one doesn't. But we'll have to see. They might try something else. I'd be actually absolutely fine if they put in like an old advanced character there instead, for instance. Awake until refresh. What characters could they put in there that are like gold mythic world characters that are usable? This is the thing, because you know they're going to do that. This is the thing. And as I'm in PC, I can put forward some characters that I think are usable. Do you think it's okay to just have maybe not necessarily usable characters, but characters to pick up mythic trial characters? So, for instance, like, I mean, they could put Lee in there. That would be kind of cool if they put in one of these characters that they know is going to be awakened in the future. We'll have to wait and see on that one. We shall have to wait and see. But if they do the roadmaps like they did in Negans, I mean, you get him off those anyway. Molly would be pretty good, I think. Maybe Shiva or other missing trials. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think some of the harder mythic trial characters are like, what's his name? Nimrod's. Maybe Raulito. But these characters are not usable in any way, really. Not currently, anyway. And unfortunately, you have to get them fully maxed out, gold medaled and everything. So, I mean, if they did get awakened, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. Because you'd have to gold medal them to get to awaken them anyway. So, yeah. That could be an option, I guess. That could be an option. I'm still seeing a lot of questions about Awakening. I might ask someone from Scopely if I can do like a Q&A with someone. It might just be me asking them questions in text and getting replies back in text, but if I can get someone on a voice call as well, that'd be great. Just to go over like the FAQ, you know, we have some frequently asked questions, and also maybe I can just give insight. I mean, I know there's information about Awakening that hasn't been fully like announced, but they could potentially announce it, and it's just small things. They just haven't said like this is how it's going to work. I think a lot of the time Scopely kind of don't like to do that, just because I think a lot of companies don't like to do that, honestly, just because it's kind of like they're setting something in stone, and this community is brutal. I think every community is brutal in general, but this community is pretty brutal in terms of like, oh, you said this and now you're doing this. They can get quite annoyed at that. But Molly's not a mythic trial character, is she? Having gear medals in the mythic market. I think they just need to make the ones in the current store that is available cheaper. I mean, honestly, I think it should be like a third of the price of the current medals of the for the ones in the challenge run, or whatever it's called. Is it challenge run store or something like that? I wish they did like a monthly challenge run as well. This month is alert. This month is tough. That'd be sick. Like, I don't know. Let's say 90 stages. and you can do 10 stages a day. So you can potentially do it in a week or like 10 days. Yeah. And they can give out things that are just boost, just alert characters. There's so many things in this game that could boost the gameplay of, but yeah. I think there's more chance of that sort of thing happening than new game modes coming in. I'd be very, very surprised if new game modes came in. I have to do the calculations. I'm guessing it's much easier in Faction Assault to get the medals. In Challenge Run, it takes 97 days to get enough medals to completely max out a character. 97. If you come first every day. Which is not going to happen, for one. That means like you also have to have 10 people competing in your Challenge Run because it's the 130 first, not the 80 first or whatever it is. A third of the price, a lot more of them. You have to pay a lot of tokens for not a lot of goods. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think you should be able to get max medals for maxing out one character every month in the Challenge Run store, and if you come first every day. I mean, I think even that's going to be difficult to achieve, especially like if they reduce the price, more people are going to compete, so it's going to be harder to get first. So it's going to, you know. I also think they need to add milestones in there, like they have in whatchamacallit. If we go to, where is it? Like it's got its own like area in here, battle, and it's just like I never click it. It was honestly, this was one of my favorite game modes when it first got introduced. The first 240 stages that we had to do with this, I really, really liked. But I will say the tournament run, which is what I'm on right now, with the chains, you know, the chains above every trait means it's a tournament. It's not fun. It is not fun. You know? It's not fun. I mean, it isn't boring, it just is nothing to battle for. You know? The thing that made it good was the fact that there was the milestones. Like every X amount of missions you did, you got a milestone and you got medals and stuff like that. It was really good when you progressed through it. It was amazing, honestly. Let me see. What's it called? Challenge Shop. Characters were originally like 3k each or something ridiculous, but they got reduced. But these are mad expensive. These are mad expensive. You know? So for 300, it costs 4,200 of the currency. I've never spent this currency, by the way, ever. I've just left it there because it just except on the characters. I did buy all the characters and they did actually get reset because the timer's run out, I think. That's why I changed it to like 1600. But if you go into Challenge Run, where is it? I think you can see first place gets 70 when less than 10 people compete. And then when 10 people compete, it unlocks 130 for first. Now remember, it was 4,200 just to get the silver. So it would take close to, you know, over 30 days of coming first place just to get the silver medals. So you see, it takes 97 days in total to get all the medals from there for one character to get tiered up. It's mad. It's mad. It's so bad. Faction Assault is nicer, I will say that. Faction Assault is much nicer. I haven't actually spent my Faction Assault currency for a little bit. If you're someone who's not doing Faction Assault, I would say you're messing up because Faction Assault is way nicer. It isn't too demanding either. The fact that they have this autocomplete button is awesome. I know it only lasts for 3 days or whatever it is, but it's still really, really good. So it means twice a week you have to do it, effectively. Generally speaking. And then there's the amazing button. If you get one copy of what's his name, Sarge, you can complete the top right hand one quite easily. And then there's the amazing button right at the top, which is do all of them at the same time. One button, 5 rewards. Give them to me tomorrow. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So that's me just getting my rewards done. Honestly, I love faction assault in this. And you can see I cleared out the medals. I'm at 167k. I think it's 175 for a new character. So I'm there if a new character gets added. 6k for a weapon. So I basically go up to 8.5k and then I buy a mod. 8.5k, buy a mod. I don't buy the gold medals, but I could if I wanted to instead of the mod. I'm gonna just sit at like 6k is my new 0 just in case they do add a new weapon. I want to pick up instantly. I also did pick up the governor thing just because. I feel like there has to be an increased drop rate for FA tokens again, charging a lot of tokens that are slow to get. You can get around about 5k a day. So in a week, you can get somewhere in the region of like, you know, 35 to 50k. I think if you're unlucky, you might get like 2k a day. Just using your natural energy. So, I mean, to get the character, it did take a while. But, it accumulates real quick. Like, you can see I've cleaned out the store here of what I want with the medals. And I've got 6 days for reset. And look at how much I've got. Like, even if I clean this out as well, that's only another 30k. I'm still going to be over 100k. Like, if you do it every day, and I miss days, I'm not going to be someone who says I do it every day. I do it like 5 days out of every 7. You know? I do forget sometimes. But these are easy medals to pick up. Easy. So definitely don't miss out. I think you can get somewhere in the region of like, I think it's 150 silver, 150 bronze, and I think it's 150 steel, or it might be 300 steel from this every month. I think it's 10, I think it's 15 of each of these you can collect. It's not too expensive, honestly. Like half a character upgrade per month for like barely any resources. If you don't want the character, you don't have to go for him either. So you could just see it as a medal farm, and you can easily clean out these medals with just doing FA every couple of days. You know, easily. Well worth it. Well worth it, especially if you're someone who gets characters quite regularly. Especially. Okay, we're done here. My faction did do the other event. Where do we get these? I haven't really checked it. Is it? Yeah, where do we get the party horns? It doesn't say. Collect party horns from raid tournaments and earn anniversary blowers and a party spin. Okay. So I guess there's another raid tournament. Maybe there's another 2. I guess there should be another 2. Probably another one next Monday. And another one at the end of this week, I guess. Yeah. Okay, where am I in Negan? Let's have a little look. I can spend 2k of Negan stuff. I'm at 3750. Is anyone higher than me? I may have spent some already. I think I did. Look, you can see there's an Ultra Berg missing. I don't know. Is anybody higher than me here? I think I've done everything. I don't want to mess up here. I have done a weekly awakening missions, and I've done the roadmap. I think that's all I can do, right? I think that's all I can do. Okay. I also don't have a great allegiance build. Rhodey has been carrying my way through higher stages. Yeah, Rhodey is honestly great. Really is great. I think the majority of the stages you don't need attack. A lot of the time you can use effects like bleed burn, so you don't need an attack leader. So for instance, I use Tara lead from Saviors, who gives bleed reduction to certain characters. 3750 is what I have as well. Okay. So if I calculate this correctly, if I get that for the first 3 weeks, I will have just about 11k, 11,250 or something like that. So I could potentially buy 2 advanced and 1 ultra. I think I can actually buy some stuff in here somewhere. What haven't I touched yet? Any of these stores actually ending soon? 22 days, 22, 49, 6, 22, 14. So yeah, no short stores. That's cool. No short stores. I'm at 50k here. I think I'm gonna just open the ultra bags here. Let's see what we get. I have never got 100k from these, so I wouldn't mind some fortune. Let's see. Let's see. I would not mind getting fortuitous. Okay, give me a 10k. That doesn't have to be 100. 10k. There we go. 100k. Okay. I thought if I asked for it, I'd get it. I'll take that. I'll take that from 4 or for 5. Sorry, so let's say 14k. That's not too shabby. And then next will be the advanced bags, which is going to cost 35k. And then I probably will go for the gold mythic tokens, honestly. Or the RNG gear medals. A lot of the RNG stuff. And then I might go for mods. These are all guaranteed mods. RNG attack set, RNG crit set, RNG death set, and then it was just full RNG mod, right? It's weird that they didn't have HP though. Yeah. I'm not going to go for any of the weapons as a priority. I've got all these weapons. I think they're all good. This is the only weapon I was debating going for. I still might go for it. We'll see. I've still got 4 weeks of events to accumulate stuff. I have 3,751. Yeah, I want to believe. I want to believe. He's cheating. Let's go play this guy right here. This guy right here. Okay, what else we got? It's just, I'm gonna open everything that I can open. That is not a big deal. We've done pretty much everything it seems in here. What about weapon tokens? Might have a couple. Okay. I've done everything I can so far. You know the rules and so do I, guys. Skip in. 4-star Rosita protected 25k twice, man. That's like, I think the top pull on the is that the top pull? 25k 2% twice. I need this very specific weapon in here. I think you can see it. It's to the left just as you get to this wheel. I think it's the one to the left. Yeah, I think it's that samurai sword just there. It's extremely rare, but I want that. 4-star katana is one of Michonne's ones, and it has AP on attack and AP on defense and revive. I would definitely build that weapon just for visuals, if nothing else. But it's actually good. It's actually good. I've got a bunch of stuff to open in my bag. I don't know if I've got any Paragon mods. And after I open this stuff, we will do some survival roads, because I think I've got some survival road mission up right now. And then we will do the giveaway. I'm going to continue saving the token chance bags for the next gold rush, and I'll open them before the gold rush starts. That'll be for a bit of fun. Yo, can we get? Oh no, okay. I was like, can we get 10 elite fighter tokens from this? Oh, we get select recruits from this bag. That's where the select recruit tokens are. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny. Those should be gold mythic tokens, I guess. Daily. I knew there were select recruit tokens somewhere in the daily stuff, and it's in this bag. I just got 10 elite character tokens. It's crazy. That is crazy. We'll actually pull some of those because I need some rare bits, honestly. We'll just insta skip. Some pretty legit characters here. Man, Amber. Yeah. And even Aris here. She was pretty legit. We got quite a lot of 6 stars here. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's nice. 7 at 60%. So we got slightly above the odds. Feels good. Test Maggie. I did test Maggie earlier, but she is unleveled. I haven't leveled her up yet because I haven't waiting for the next level up tournament. She was pretty good in the team I built, but her herself was not doing much damage, obviously, because she's not leveled up. I need the rule book so I can get good. Did you not know the little meme I just said? You know the rules and so do I. I did just rickroll you, Daylight, just FYI. That's the rickroll. You know the rules and so do I. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I need some other stuff. I know, sure you do. Sure. Man just got rickrolled and he's like, I knew, I promise. Promise. Is today's daily mission for the battle pass do faction, not faction assault, Sorrel Roads? Did you not see the poop emojis? I mean, yeah, that definitely explains it. Hey, what's up, Buff on me? How you doing, man? How are you enjoying Watch of Realms? I think you're still pretty actively playing it, right? Need to set up some stuff in that game. Maybe do a stream there on my other channel. Just chill out. Chat about Watch of Realms. I'm going to release a video probably this weekend about it. The new pools and stuff that have come out. And like why I'm not going to be putting on these like summons. But it mainly comes down to the fact that I don't have a great amount of summons to guarantee anything in there, and I need a mage so badly. Almost didn't see your stream was on. Been grinding Watch of Realms hard. Nice. Nice. Sounds like you're enjoying it, man. It is a pretty good game. It is pretty good. Starting to hit some blockades, but I like the game like you finally break through the wall that you're at, and then like you can get through tons of stuff. But I need a mage so badly. I've got so many good like piercers. I might do like an account review, just like going over what I've got on my account. Maybe at like 30 days. I don't think my account's like massively stacked or anything. I just to give people kind of a progress update. Maybe go over what I've progressed in terms of campaign and stuff. BP missions, SR stages. I will do that then. I did see that. So I was like, yeah. Yeah. Got my Vienna. Oh man, Vienna's so good. My brother has her. If I had her, I'd be set. She is amazing. I got Silas. He has been amazing for me, but I've got so many piercers. I mean, I can't complain too much. Silas is nuts, but yeah. Ready to do some pulls this weekend with the new tunes. Oh, you've actually got some pulls ready for that. That's nice. Which one are you going to pull on? I would recommend doing the one for Arrogance. The other character doesn't look as good, and B, like, unless you can do 250, it isn't worth going for, in my opinion. Oh, you're going for him. You're gonna go for the big boy. All right. You need a defender. Yeah, I got the defender from the upgrade system in that game. I can't remember what her name is. She's actually pretty good. She has stuns and stuff. She has like a weird rage meter. I got her to 5-star. She's doing pretty good work for me so far. I don't know if she's 6-star viable, but she's pretty good. Okay, let's do the SR. And then after SR, we'll probably do the giveaway. If you haven't entered the giveaway guide, oh damn, 1 second. I did not pin it. Let me just scroll back up. I'm gonna pin the giveaway entry. You should see it at the top of your chat about now. And if you haven't entered on there, you can go to the video and enter. I can't exactly remember what the entry phrase was. Was it like kick the knee or something like that? Make sure you use the exact right one. I have Livin. Yeah, Livian's the one I've got as well. She is pretty good, right? But yeah, I kind of agree. Did you get Isolde? The one from the Shard event that's going on right now? She's meant to be pretty good too. I built her a little bit. She has some kind of cool shield mechanic where she shields herself and adjacent characters. It's kind of nice. I started too late. I think I'm 30 shards. Ah, that sucks. Hopefully they make those shards available somewhere, because I mean, she is available as a character. You could just get lucky on your summons, but yeah. It's just pretty decent. I neglected War a bit while I was away. We'll start back on it tomorrow. All good. It's all good. Although I have been kicking people from the guild, I will be saying that. If I see them inactive for like 3 days or 4 days, I generally just remove them. Especially if they've only been in for a week. Like, you can't be inactive half the time you've been in there. It's just like, nah. We're starting to get some pretty strong people in the guild though. We might be able to start taking on Nightmare, which is nice, in the guild boss. I need to get, personally I need to get a mage so I can farm Gear Raid 1. I still went to my dailies. It's all good. That's honestly, that's all you need to do in these games a lot of the time, is just make sure you do your dailies. If you're not able to play, dailies generally aren't too hard to do. I think they are actually a bit slower to do in that game versus other games I've played. Generally not too bad. I'll be honest, I removed them from the guild and I have the guild open set where you just have to have 100k power or more to join, and the slots fill up within like 20 minutes. Because we're like quite a high tier guild within like progression, people will just instantly join us. So it's just good to do it, especially at the early stages of the game. Now, if I recognize the name of the person, I'd probably message them. So like if it was one of you guys, or like, you know, someone who I'd recognize from my streams, they're using the actual proper name, I message them and say, hey, what's up? Everything all right? Sort of thing. But if it's just a random, I'm removing. I'm farming XP right now because I don't got one of those 24-hour boosts. Oh, because I got one. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, same. I've done that. I've done that. I've been doing that. Auto. I look away for 2 seconds and everything's talk about WoW. Now it's this game called Watcher of Realms. It came out like beginning of this month. Oh wait, no. I think it came out like 30 days ago, like globally. I've been playing it for about 20 days. I think I was 2 weeks late. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. It's different, you know. I think that's what's made me kind of interested in it. It's not the same sort of gacha games we've been seeing. Gameplay is kind of interesting. And it is way much lower stress than a lot of other games, in my opinion. The way they built the game out is nice. I have seen some bad things they've done, though. Especially with this recent Void. I think the Void is way too hard. Normal Void should be quite easy. And everyone almost should be able to complete normal Voids. I think if you've got like a 2-week-old account, you should be able to complete normal Voids. But I think after that, that's where it should get tough, you know. Just my opinion on that anyway. I think that the normal Voids have been a bit of a disappointment. But I started playing that really hard, debating starting it. It's good fun. It's good fun. I do plan to make a bit more content in that. I've just been kind of busy with other stuff at the moment and prioritizing RTS content. And the RTS content's going pretty nicely at the moment. There's a lot to make content on, so it's not like there isn't videos to make. So it's all good. Okay, we said we're going to do the giveaway. I did the daily mission. That's all done. What's the bandana brigade? Is that just like collect, air quotes, one orange bandana? Let's collect. How can we collect this bandana? Oh, this is good. Such gameplay. I always love these, man. I love these in RTS. Oh, look at how good my wallet is at fighting these battles. Anyway. What is actually in there? I didn't actually see. Is it just tokens? Or is this one of the $200 weapons that people are complaining about? Oh no, it's just Paragon mods and stuff. Yeah. It's not too bad, I guess. How much does that cost? Okay, it's just a bonus. So you get an extra... You get an extra like 7k if my maths were good. Whoops. Plus 3 to 4 Paragon mods. I didn't see exactly what you get. And it was 100. So if you buy the full one, you're effectively getting an extra 4 Paragon mods and an extra, you know, 20, well, I think it was like 27k or something like that. I can't remember. It was a weird number. It wasn't 30k. It's just extra stuff on top. I mean, this offer in itself is crazy. So much stuff. But I don't necessarily know if it's like worth. I don't necessarily know if it's worth. What is alternate game to Walking Dead Road Survival? I mean, there are a lot of gacha games out there. I think the reason why RTS has been quite successful is it's quite unique. There aren't too many that are similar in the gameplay. There are a lot that are similar in the backdrop, like town and how to pull and certain things like how to tier up characters to a certain extent. Maybe RTS is a bit unique in how the mythic system works as well, but the gameplay is quite different than a lot of other games, honestly. Quite different. Quite. Okay, let's just get rid of this energy. And let's do the giveaway. 100 smackaroos for 4 paragons. What a deal. I mean, it's extra on top of what you get for the actual offer itself. But yeah, that's mainly aimed at people who just want to stack mods. Again, it's those sort of offers are aimed at whales, so those are dangerous offers though. They do increase the power of people for money. Those are the ones that are dangerous. As in, like, that's a power creep. YouTube comment. Wait, what's the one I used to use? Okay. YouTube random comment picker. Let me find the video again. Ah, oh, damn. Maybe it's the last thing I pasted. It should be. You can enter here still, guys. Enter here if you want to enter. This is for your chance to win 10,000 advanced mythic tokens. And the keyword, I have to find the keywords. I have to watch the video anyway. I'm pretty sure it's like kick the knee. We'll find out that you can't do spaces in the word thing, but why has it got like stuff down the bottom? Who's done this? How is YouTube like? Who's done these things and how have they done this? Like, YouTube has automatically added chapters to my video, but they're so accurate. Like it says intro, adrenaline rush, signature move. It doesn't do gameplay for the adrenaline rush. I did do gameplay for the adrenaline rush, right? Yeah, I did. So okay, so it just generalizes. Then it has signature move. Then it has signature move upgrades, giveaway, mythic abilities, gameplay, passive upgrades, special skill, weapons, outro. Man, that is nuts. That's automated. I didn't do that. That is actually crazy. It's kind of scary. That's AI for you, though, isn't it? Kick the knee. I think that was it. Let's see. Continue. Okay, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That is the one. Kick the knee. Okay, so we'll do this like draw in just a second. But make sure you go over to that video, enter there, and then make your way back. If you win and you're on the live stream, that is just a big bonus for me because then you can message me straight away. But if someone wins and they're not on the live stream, I will respond to the winning comment and they have until next Monday to message me. Otherwise, we will re-roll the giveaway on that live stream, and the winner will get that, get the winnings on that stream. The winnings on that stream. Hey, what's up, Jamie? Welcome to the stream, man. We're probably gonna roll this in about 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. I think there was like 50 entries, something crazy like that. Something crazy. Good luck to everyone, especially myself. That's one way of doing it. Okay, here we go, guys. Continue. There are 56 entries. The winning entry is going to be Da, 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 da. It is actually Jamie. Unbelievable. That is actually nuts. That is crazy, bro. That is actually hilarious. Jamie, you have won 10,000 advanced mythic tokens. Hit me up on Discords. I need your region and your account codes. Fixes in. I mean, I'd have to own this website, which I do not. That is actually kind of hilarious. That is hilarious. We rarely get the person who wins on the stream as well. That's the kind of messed up bit. But yeah, I need your region and account codes, and I'll pass that information on to Scopely tomorrow. It might take until like Monday or Tuesday for the tokens to get to you, but I'll pass that information on to Scopely tomorrow. But yeah, congrats, man. That's actually hilarious. See, you know when that happened, right? Jamie wished everyone luck, which is nice, but then he wished himself luck especially. So it's like he was being nice, but also smart. That's actually hilarious. That is actually kind of funny. What else have we got to do? Is there anything we're just chilling on? Sometimes I just forget shit. 22 days. So what, 1 day on this. I do like that weapon, honestly. I do like it. Golden necklace gala, is that like collect? Yeah, let's just collect some stuff. Is this the weapon stuff that people are talking about? Wait, what weapon's that? Okay. See, they're giving you a choice of the older weapons, and I think that's a cheaper block. What do you get up here? Do you get another choice of a weapon? You do. Same ones. They fixed the visuals on this weapon though, guys. Do you remember it was all messed up? It was all kinds of messed up. I think this would have been better if it was a ransack weapon personally, but it is what it is. It is what it is. How much does that cost to get one of these weapons? Constant burn resistance at the start of each wave and turn. All members get 100% burn resistance for 2 turns. I mean, that's actually kind of crazy. Just always got burn resistance. Burn will never be a problem. That is actually kind of nuts. The rest of the weapon isn't that great though, so that's where the balance comes in. But it is defensive, right? Yeah. 100 gold necklaces. Is it just $100 again? Yeah. Yes, it is. Finally made my first stun ransack weapon today. New BP tomorrow, right? It'd be interesting. I guess the new BP should be announced tomorrow, yeah. But it might start on Monday. We don't. Sometimes they're a bit slower. That we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, no worries, Cygnus. Sleep well, brother. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, ransack would have made that better. Yeah, a little bit. And stun ransack, nice. We'll see what they do for next VP. They do kind of alternate attack, defense, 25 for 25. Is it like that's how it is? Just like it's just $1 for each one, basically. That's how all of them are, right? They keep it quite simple. Yeah, it's $100 for 100s. $25. I mean, this is actually cheaper if you want to just get. You get slightly less tokens. You'll actually get more RNG crates. You'll just get less of the extras. You'll get more of these. You'll come out with 8 of these. That's kind of weird. So it's better to get this 4 times. You won't save much. You'll save like 10%.
Sounds good.
Hey, Bartholomew. 1 more month to go. He's going to be a badge upgrade very soon. Very soon. Tier 2 as well. Thank you very much for keeping that up. I do appreciate that, Bartholomew. See what Bartholomew has done, guys, for a long time as well. Nearly 36 months. It's 3 years. Hit the join button. Hit the join button at the bottom of my videos. Hit the join button at the bottom of chat. There'll be a $sign. There will be an option to join. You can join for various tiers. 99 pence, 99 cents a month. $1.99 per month. $4.99 per month. And if you want to go to the big boy statuses, there are bigger ones there as well. But if you wanted to join, you could join for as little as 99 pence a month. And it does obviously go towards me and help me financially. So I'd appreciate everyone who does hit the join button. It does make a big difference. You're all teaming together to give me a paycheck, basically. And it is a pretty nice one at the end of the month. I do appreciate it. Hardcore follower. I've got quite a few. I've got quite a few who are willing to hit that join button and stick around for a while. It is kind of hard to adapt as a content creator to realize that some people just want to support you and stuff. It can be hard to like come to that realization, but it does make a big difference, honestly. I don't think I'd be able to make RTS content without the people who did that for the last few years. Honestly, RTS has had its ups and downs for sure, and I'd say right now it is definitely not in an up from a content creation perspective. So I don't think I would have necessarily been around making RTS content right now if it wasn't for the guys effectively group funding me. So I do, like I say, massively appreciate it, because I do like making RTS content. I do. Stalker status. I think we're okay though. I think we're okay. We've got some people that are getting very close to +4 years when like YouTube are going to have to make some new badges for. I think we have actually got someone at that status, but they don't check by the stream super often, so they can't get the rep they necessarily deserve. Not just yet. But Bartholomew is very close to getting the next badge, which is, I believe, pink. Pink badge hype. Is it pink? I think 12's. I think 12 is pink. 24's red. I think 48 is blue. So, what are you going to? 36 is. Is that pink? I don't think it is. Why can't I even remember what color that is? Let me scroll up and see if someone has it. I think it is pink. Otherwise, I just can't think where it could be. I see a lot of pink and red badges. Quite a few. Hey, Thomas, thank you very much. There we go. Welcome to Tier 1. Massively appreciate that support. Brand new member. Haven't had a new member in a while. And what you do if you're a new member, you have to go on the fences. You have to make sure you know what you're doing when it comes to living in zombie apocalypse. I think at this point, you know, we're quite a few years into the zombie apocalypse. If you're alive still, you kind of have a clue. But welcome to the community. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. You do get a little bit of access to some little bit of fun.
Sounds good.
There we go. That's my other email. I don't know how you can alternate it. I think you can change it over. I don't know exactly how it works, to be honest. Didn't know what Gmail I was signing with. Okay. I guess that's not you. Oh well. I do still appreciate it though. I do still appreciate it. I always try to show up. I mean, I do appreciate people dropping into the stream. Obviously, a big deal is me getting views and stuff as well. It isn't just members, it's all of it. All counts. Now, orange, I think, is like 6 months. I can check. 1 second. If I go into my studio, and then I go to monetization, it's not called monetization anymore. Memberships. And then if I go to see your members, and I think I can do total time as member. We've got 2 people on blue badge. Oh, it's purple badge. It's purple badge. Of course it is. It's gonna be purple at 36. Of course. I don't know why I couldn't remember that one. 36 is purple badge. Honestly, it's a nice badge. We have actually got 2 people who have made it to blue badge, which is the 48 months. But I have some people who are just like, who hit the member button, hit join. They don't necessarily watch my live streams live. They're just supporting my streams and my videos. Like a couple of these people just pop in like once every couple of months and just say hello. Some of them don't even play RTS anymore. They support my content, and honestly, that's nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy. It's a thank you for helping me out, Ian. Yeah. It's all good. Yeah, it's definitely purple badges next at 36, and then at 48 it's blue. I think they've probably got to add new badges soon, because if I've got people hitting 48, other people have got to have people hitting 60. Got to. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Thank you. I think you can change the name of that account on YouTube, Jamie. I don't know if you're bothered, though. It's weird that it didn't sign you up with the one that you're logged in on, though. Like, that you're actually in YouTube on. Kind of weird. You might be able to contact YouTube support if you're that bothered. It's up to you. I'm not at 3 years, I'm at 8 months, yeah. Yeah. And you even signed up by yourself as well. And like I said, that took some time to do, so I do appreciate that, the way you did it. I do really appreciate that. Daylight, thanks. On my other account. Yeah, I mean, you can rename this one if you wanted, and rename it to, like, Jamie RTS or something. If you cared. Seven were gifted, yeah. We have had a bunch of gifted in the chat, though. Which is awesome. I think it's a great option. You know, I understand people want to do super chats, like a donation methods, but that, you know, gifting can feel just like kind of cool, giving someone else membership and stuff. Yeah, no worries. Take care, Jamie. I'm sure you have already, but make sure you message me the details on Discord, man. And congrats again for the giveaway victory. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I'm going to actually wrap up my stream right now as well. The roadmaps are finished by me, guys. All of the ones that need to be ticked. Awakened Negan, Joshua's Meat Cleaver, the bonus Ultra roadmaps, and Riot Challenge all ticked. You have to make sure those are all ticked for yourself. They are all ending in less than 2 hours. All ending. Also, if you haven't already, didn't really draw as much attention to this, but this mission also ends in 2 hours. So make sure you do this. I didn't do it all. I missed out on one thing. arena battles. I only did 5, so I had to use a bunch of tickets yesterday or today. I can't remember. Was it today? It might have been earlier today because I did have a nap. Sometimes that can mess my... No, it was yesterday. Okay, so yesterday I did a bunch of tickets just to get those done. It is worth it because you get the extra 350 from completion, and these missions come up 4 times, so that's over... No, that's not the right one. These missions come up 4 times, so that's over 1,000 of these tokens that you're going to miss out on if you don't keep up with it. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of my stream, guys. I will be streaming again next Monday for sure. I have got some potentially interesting content coming this weekend. A bit more of a sneak peek at some upcoming stuff. We'll see if I manage to get that out. So stay tuned for that. Might come out on Saturday. I'll aim for a Saturday if I can. But for now, guys, that's the end of my stream. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you have a great day, great weekend ahead. Hope everything goes well for you. And as always, guys, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.